I did.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to really increase your tip.
Ready when you are.
So much as I'm leaving. He's got a 16-year-old son sitting on his couch playing a video game, so who didn't help at all. Once the account was settled and I got my payment, the gentleman took half my tip away.
Who took your tip away?
Like after the fact?
The guy who asked him to carry all the water down.
Yes.
Oh.
They have up to 2 hours to adjust the tip. So first he tells me he's going to increase it tremendously. Now, mind you, the house I'm taking to is an older house. You got to go down 6 steps.
Oh.
And you're carrying, of course, I took numerous trips because it's 40 cases of Iron Mountain 40 count water. So
that's a lot.
So I tell people all the time, when I got an opportunity to tip, I'm going to tip you as well as I want to tip.
That's awful.
What a jerk.
I hope he orders again and you have to deliver and he asks the same thing and you just leave it there and walk away.
Because once he did it, I made sure that he cannot come on my account. But I do deliver with some friends who are big in the community where he lives, and I made sure they knew it. So
what a POS. Thanks for the call.
In that situation, it's almost like I'll do this extra work of coming into your house, and because I know that's not on their requirement, and taking it downstairs. Cash on the side, please.
Yeah, that'd be a good ask. That would be right.
248-539-9797. I said, to me, I haven't tipped any less during all this.
No.
But I see more instances where we're asked to tip. Like these tablets where they spin them around at the cashier.
Right.
And I don't tip. So I don't know if that factors into tips being down, if they're counting that as when I hit 0% or no thanks. Overall, am I tipping less? Is that maybe how this is being reflected?
Shooting percentage.
Yes. Or is this actually like people are going down to a nice restaurant on a Friday night like tonight and they're leaving a 15% tip instead of a 20? Like,
I think it's the second. I think it's the according to what I had read earlier this week. So people were tipping more during the height of the pandemic, right?
Because you felt people needed it too.
Yes.
Right.
And now that that's kind of coming to an end, people are now tipping less than that, and now we're tipping less than we were in like 2019.
But we all agree.
And I think it's the second.
We all agree that the last place the less tipping should come from is the people who are making a couple bucks, $3 an hour to be servers and rely on their tips.
We all agree to that. The gray area is on carry out and some delivery services. That's why
I think you tip on all delivery services.
Well,
Yeah,
for food, yes.
Yes.
I'm talking about other
like furniture.
Well, it's furniture.
Or like what?
Yes, exactly. Sometimes when they come and deliver, like when I got a mattress or whatever, I gave the guy some money.
right.
97 won the tip.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket is brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike C Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. The Tigers shut out for the 8th time this season and 3rd time in the last 8 games. The Blue Jays beat them 6-0, shutting down the Detroit Bats for 1 hit in the first 6 innings and 1 hit the rest of the way as well. Manager A.J. Hinch says he doesn't have any theories as to why they can't hit, but they'll take it game to game. It doesn't help that their best pitcher, Tarek Skubal, was done after just 4 innings, giving up 4 runs in his worst start since early April. Prior to the game, they were at least able to celebrate Miguel Cabrera's record accomplishments with a ceremony in front of the fans, applauding Miggy as one of 3 players to retrieve 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, and 600 doubles in his career. Victor Martinez, his former teammate, surprised him by showing up for the festivities. In golf, Rory McIlroy winning the RBC Canadian Open with a final round 62 and had a special message for the new LIV Tour during his postgame.
All right.
Good work.
This is now easier, so.
Good. Let's go to the yard to get filled up.
Yep. Let's do that.
named the first big winner, taking home $4.5 million. Rory earned just over $1.5 million for his PGA Tour win. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Tickets. Thank you very much, Chris, with Greg Hargrave, the governor. Heather Park, John Jansen is back. I'm Stoney. What's happening, everybody? Happy Monday to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing really good. It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you, too.
Yeah, it's a nice long weekend. Had 3 days to enjoy.
Good for you.
Run around. But you ever have one of those days where you're really looking forward to a day off? And then,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously every day off we're kind of looking forward to. But you wake up and it just kind of all goes to hell. And it's a little, well, not a little bit, a lot out of your control. Just time after time something goes wrong.
What happened?
Well, I've taken a day off for some personal things.
Right.
And you know, some went well, some didn't go well. But I woke up knowing that this week we're going to have some very oppressive heat to an air conditioner that did not work.
Oh, no.
And obviously over the weekend, right, it wasn't bad. And so at night, you can keep your windows open, things cool off, you close it, we do the whole deal. We get a lot of shade on the house, so it was fine. But we know that on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but especially Wednesday.
Wednesday's supposed to be 97.1.
But, but it's going to feel even higher.
Yes, it's going to feel like it's about 120 degrees. And so called around to a bunch of places, and everybody's like, well, we can come out on the 21st. That's no good. But we can come out on the 19th. I'm like, well, we're getting better. So Jimmy, our boss, I had to talk to him for a different reason. This story came up, and he said, hey, give Mastercraft a call. And so I did, and they were awesome. Came out, got her fixed up, ordered a new system that'll be put in later in the month because ours is extremely old.
Right.
But had AC within a matter of a couple of hours, so it was outstanding.
Beautiful.
Thanks to those guys.
What was wrong with it?
Well,
I mean, you just said you eventually have to replace the whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's a system that's 30 years old.
Yeah, see, we did a couple years ago. Actually, it was a COVID summer.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I mean, you try and buy as much time, and I've replaced a bunch of parts on the heating system as well as the AC, and then this one I had no idea what was going on, and my kids got a Back to the Future reference, and then actually had to watch the movie later because the capacitor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor was not working. And it literally looks like when it comes out, right? I know what it is, but I didn't have access to one. So he puts it in, and it looks like a beer can. The old silver bullet beer can.
I actually tried that with our last unit, and a buddy came over that was helping me out really for free, which was huge to diagnose everything. And he's just like, try this, but if it doesn't work, you're done. Because that thing, it was so beat up the old one. It's like, just try to let it ride and ride and ride.
Yeah, John wishes he could go back in time and order an AC earlier.
Yes, I do, yes. But
this might be something.
Plutonium was on back order as well.
Okay, so I had something similar happen this weekend, although much smaller and financially and stuff. So took Sam over to a friend for a play date Saturday afternoon, and then me and Connor went to we had this little snack place basically to go eat dinner, and so we went and did that, and then I go back to pick up Sam after I drop back off Connor a couple hours later and stuff, and all of a sudden I'm down to 23 on my PSI on my tires. Back right. I'm like, great. So before I got Sam, went up to the gas station, filled it up, and I'm like, all right. I went out and checked it a couple times at night, and it held there.
You
I'm
did.
like, maybe it's you guys have had fluky things happen.
Yeah,
Sure. The tire works like a one-time.
didn't
Right.
ya?
You hit a pothole, and it happened. Yeah.
And then, so anyways,
I know.
yesterday afternoon, got the some stuff out there, the slip and slide, some other things out for the kids, and
What?
I use my car with the.
That's okay. On the
pump.
way back, we
it's like
will.
a 12-volt thing that you plug into the car to pump it up and stuff quick, and pool and things like that. So I did all that, and I noticed it's starting to leak again. Well, I'm fortunate we have a place not far away from us that's open Sunday.
Yeah, it's okay. We will on the way back.
I had a nail in it, and it was in there so good that it was barely leaking. It was almost like a patch itself.
Yeah.
So I just got taken care of. But it's the third patch on the tire, which John would know. It's a 2-patch deal, and after that, you really shouldn't do it. And I went ahead and patched it.
Oh, hell
Kind of like John, I'm riding the fine line here, and I'm just asking for this thing to blow on me eventually, right? Just like you were asking. So I think the question here, maybe we weren't planning on this. What have you gotten caught where you're just trying to let it ride out and ride out and ride out?
Yeah, put off, and
you're finally like, yeah, you get screwed. Now the AC is far worse than my problem.
yeah. Well, fortunately, they got it working, and it literally just needs to work through this week, which is going to probably be the hottest week of the summer.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened to us when we lost ours. If you guys remember, Heather.
I remember.
Remember our house got 87? It was 87. It got 87
in the basement.
Yeah, go to the hotel.
It was the most horrendous thing ever.
Oh, yes, that, and here's the other one, and this one is going to get corrected sooner rather than later. I trust me, this is not one that I would normally ride on. It's we need a new roof.
Oh, that was going to be mine.
Yeah.
We got ours done last year, a little less than a year ago. Last summer, I think.